Another thing that I saw, which was pretty cool, I was hoping it would be a little bit better, was Grimgar of Fantasy and Ash.
Yeah,
I've heard good things about the manga. Like, I've heard that it gets really intense, and I'm definitely interested in the show. I'm just a little disappointed with where it kind of ended, at least the first episode.
Did you watch the second episode?
Not yet.
The second episode picks up quite a bit of
I figured it would.
Good, because, I watched the first episode. I thought it was gorgeous.
Oh,
The animation was absolutely beautiful. It had this kind of watercolor feel that I really, really loved. And I liked the whole setup. Basically, it's this group of people that kind of wakes up in this world, and their first memories are just being there. They don't really know why. They use words like cell phone and game without knowing what the words mean. Like, it's like the technology has been erased, but they still have the word for it. And they kind of have to sign up with a guild and pick a class. So there's like a mage and a priest and all this stuff, and a knight. And so I was really excited, being like an RPG sort of fan. I was like, this is really cool.
The strong points, though, for me, especially in the second episode, is really, what would you do if you actually woke up? And one of your assignments is typical role-playing fetch quest of, go kill this goblin or go kill this orc, and then...
But you suck.
Well, here's the thing.
You're like level 0.
Yeah, not only can like 5 people not kill this one thing, but it takes on this element of, but this is a living creature that doesn't want to die.
I like that a lot, too.
It's just as scared as you are. So there's 2 episodes of going after this thing and seeing it almost from this other point of view of, can you really murder this creature that isn't doing anything?
So just because it's not human doesn't mean it's not living. And like, there's a really good scene where one of the girls is spying on the goblins from across the river. Yeah. And she's like, she just starts screaming. They're like, "Why are you screaming? You give away position." They're like, "Because it's eating better food than us."
Yeah, she's like, their dinner's better than my dinner.
Yeah, it's just kind of like weird humanizing thing.
Yeah, and I like that a lot, because you don't often see that in the RPG side of things, because this reminded me of an RPG a lot, in a good way. And you don't see, it's basically like, harvest monster, horns or whatever, and sell them, and then you just progress. And this was kind of like, we got to see a downtime moment. It's kind of like, it's cool to see not a battle moment with the goblins, just like them sitting around a fire. And these kids just struggling so much. They're just terrible. And they kind of have this rival group that is already really advanced, because they're just kind of going for it, and they're like, the rival group already did this thing and this thing, and we haven't even killed a goblin.
Yeah, so they're poor because they haven't technically completed quests, and they're running out of food, and so it's kind of this weird world where it's like, can you be empathetic and still like achieve your goals?
Yeah, because what does it take to kill something and then take a piece of its body? It sounds so simple in a game, but it's really grim and kind of dark in reality. And I like that approach of, no, really, what would happen if you woke up in an RPG? Could you do the things required of you?
Yeah, I'm definitely going to watch the second episode. I did think the first episode didn't pick up as quickly as I wanted it to. So
I thought it went pretty well, because it showed them going through their guilds and training, and really it went through that pretty fast. I thought the ending was just a little annoying because of how they treat their lady characters.
I was about to mention that.
That's an issue. And it goes on in the second episode. Plus, to warn you, the second episode has this not music video thing, but there's I don't know if they ran out of money in the middle of this episode, but there's this soundtrack that plays and people walking around and talking around the town, just doing basic stuff, and there's no dialogue, and I'm like, I don't understand why this happened. I feel like they ran out of money in the second episode. All right. So it's still a good episode, but that really detracts from it.
So overall, I like it. It's just they do a gag where they poke fun at girls' boobs. There's 2 girls.
The boob size. It really bothered me, that moment. I immediately hated that character, and I wasn't sure if I was supposed to hate that character after, if that whole gag was set up to make me hate the character, because sometimes they do that,
just being an inconsiderate jerk, and
he's supposed to be an inconsiderate jerk, so that's why he's doing these things. But it was kind of played off in a gross way. The girls are sort of cuddling, and all the guys are like, yeah, can't wait to watch more of this.
And then that's where it ends. It's like, okay.
Are we talking about the redheaded character?
Yeah, the redhead.
Yeah, the Dark Knight.
The Dark Knight is also an issue in episode 2. I won't give away what, but
So
why is there a Dark Knight?
This is the first one from this round, at least, that I would be like, yeah, check it out. It's really pretty. There's some cool stuff going on.
Yeah.
I think it has a lot of potential. I definitely like the mystery of how they're there and what becomes of that. I mean, we've seen a lot of shows that, hey, you're transported to this video game world or whatever, but this one takes it less of a video game approach and more of just you've been transported to a fancy world.
Right.
Here's your your class is good luck.
It's cool. It's cool.
I
It's
do like it.
It's rather than just like, this is very much a game. This one is more like it takes these sort of RPG tropes and doesn't really do it heavy-handedly.
Yeah.
So I really liked that.